February 1959. 9 experienced hikers set up camp on a remote mountain slope in the Soviet Ural Mountains. That night, something happened inside their tent that made them cut their way out. Not through the entrance, but through the fabric itself, and run out into the snow, some without their shoes, in temperatures below -25 degrees. None of them made it back. When searchers found the tent weeks later, it was still standing, collapsed under snow, but intact enough to tell a story. And that story didn't add up. They were experienced, engineering students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, led by a skilled ski trekker named Igor Dyatlov. This wasn't their first expedition. They knew how to survive in these mountains. Their goal was a peak called Otorten. On February 1st, they made camp on the slope of a different mountain, one whose name in the local Mansi language roughly translates to Dead Mountain. They never reached their destination. When the group missed their check-in date, search teams were sent out. What they found first was the tent, cut open from the inside, boots and warm clothing still left behind. A trail of footprints led away from the tent, down toward a tree line over a mile away. Some were barefoot. In temperatures that cold, that alone should have been fatal within minutes. Near a large cedar tree, searchers found the remains of a small fire and the first 2 bodies. Both were underdressed for the cold. Broken branches on the tree suggested someone had climbed it, high enough to see back toward the camp they'd fled. Over the following weeks, all 9 bodies were recovered. Some showed injuries no one could initially explain: crushed ribs, skull fractures, consistent with the force of a car crash. But there were no signs of external attack, no footprints from anyone else, no struggle. For over 60 years, the theories have piled up. A secret Soviet weapons test, an avalanche, infrasound that caused panic, even, for some, something stranger. The Soviet investigation at the time officially closed the case, citing a compelling natural force, without ever explaining what that force actually was. In 2019, using modern physics modeling, a team of researchers proposed a new explanation: a delayed, small-scale slab avalanche, one that wouldn't leave typical debris, but could explain the injuries. It's the most scientifically supported theory to date, but it still doesn't explain everything, like why the cuts in the tent were made from the inside in such apparent panic before any avalanche is believed to have occurred. The pass where they died now carries their leader's name, Dyatlov Pass. Whatever happened that night in 1959 sent 9 people running into a mountain storm without their shoes, their coats, or any clear reason why. Science has gotten closer to an answer. It still hasn't gotten all the way there.